Welcome back, you guys, to yet another week of Seahawks Franchise. Coming back after our win, a big win over the Cardinals, winning 38-22, forcing 5 turnovers in total. Sometimes I can't talk. But we have a couple things to do before our game against the Browns this week. The Browns are like a super team in this game. They are an 86 overall. We're not too bad ourselves at 83 overall. They're trying to get a W on the board. We're at 3-3 at this point, so we're just barely behind the Niners, who are 4-3. But we're going to look at the mock draft real quick, just to give you guys a perspective on who some of the top prospects are in the draft. So the top 5, Jonathan Hall is one of the players that could be interesting. Based off of how well we're playing, I don't expect us to be drafting in the top 10. I think we're kind of fighting for a playoff spot. But just to give you guys a sense for what's available in this draft, we got Steven Sweet, a left end, Chauncey McQueen, Keegan Howard, a left outside linebacker, a lot of edge rushers, right tackle. And I'm trying to see where we're projected to get our pick. So we're projected to have the 15th pick, so that's probably just barely missing the playoffs, but I expect us to have a lower pick. We have been scouting Amir Alexander, who looks pretty solid, but we would not draft him that high. He does not have the talent to be drafted that high. We do have a lot of different needs on the team. Right now, the way I've organized our needs for our team, basically the number one need on the team is a center. We're pretty good at right guard now after we traded for Brandon Scherf. Number 2 is an edge of any kind. It could be an outside linebacker. It could be just a straight-up D-end. And then number 3, it's tied between quarterback and linebacker. And linebacker is just like, it could be more coverage linebackers, could again be like some more edge rushers as well. But for quarterback, obviously, Geno, it's not a huge need, but Geno is 32. He's getting older. So, at some point we need to draft a young QB to at least learn from him. And, potentially if we are in a blowout, maybe we can play them. And then after that, the next need is tight end. Noah Fant is great, but is he like, Kyle Pitts and Madden great? No. We could get a better tight end. We could be in a tight end that fits more with our scheme and our system for what we're trying to build for, not where we're currently at. And I'll explain that more over time of what we're trying to build as a team offensively and defensively. And then after that, it's after that, it's safety. Safety is not a huge need. We have plenty of safety depth. We have Rayshon Jenkins now. We have Julian Love, and we have Quandre Diggs. But then the last thing is a fullback. Depending on how we structure the offense, a fullback might be nice to have, a good fullback, like a Kyle Juszczyk caliber fullback. But we don't want to get Juszczyk himself, obviously. And I don't think the Niners want to give him up. But that's kind of the goal, is getting a Swiss Army knife at fullback. But yeah. And then going and looking at weekly awards, I was thinking that Geno would get the weekly award for having 4 TDs and no picks, but actually it was Bobby who ended up having 7 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception, and the forced fumble. And then we had a couple other big games, like Cooper Kupp had 9 catches for 250 yards and 3 TDs. Before we get into our game, Julian Love did get a development trait upgrade, and he got 2 upgrades as well to go along with it. And so right now, we're going to upgrade him as a hybrid safety. The thing I like about Julian Love is he's such a great coverage safety, kind of like Quandre Diggs is. And that's kind of what I want to accentuate. He's not the best run support safety, and I'm not looking for him to be a box safety. I want him to be able to play man or zone coverage at a really high level. I don't need him to try and make big hits. His hit power is only 59 anyways. Lastly, before we get into our game, I'm going to look at re-signing players. So this is what I was talking about in our previous game. So notice that we have a couple of key re-signings we'd like to make on the team. There are a lot of young players here that we'd like to get. We'd like to get Bobby back, of course. And then, of course, we'd like to get back all of our star development players, like our young players like Damian Lewis, Uchenna Nwosu, Jordan Brooks. But there's a problem. Even though we have about 17 million cap space, we have a lot of dead cap hits that are hurting us. So we're at negative 12 mil for cap. So we can't re-sign these players right now. And we are getting to the point where it's either we have to trade them or we have to look at negotiating once we get into free agency, which is also super risky. So there is a possibility that we could lose Jordan Brooks, Uchenna Nwosu, and Damian Lewis just because of the structure of how everyone's contracts are shaking out. And there's nothing I could do to adjust this. There's nothing I did to put us in this hole financially to begin with. This is just the stock roster and the team, where we were basically almost nearly over cap with re-signing Geno to a big contract. And there was just not a lot of money to toss around. We made a couple of trades, And getting rid of Jamal Adams didn't really help as much as I was hoping it would. And it's gonna be a little risky, potentially letting these guys go to free agency and trying to re-sign them, because Jordan Brooks has no interest in coming back to us. We might have to franchise tag him, which would really suck for the cap. Uchenna Nwosu does look like he wants to come back, and we can't lose Damian Lewis. We can't lose that depth along the offensive line. And I don't mean depth, like he's not a backup. I just mean like we can't lose a young, talented offensive lineman. We already have, two great young tackles. We got Brandon Scherf at right guard, and we really desperately need a center. We can't lose Damian Lewis, especially with a quarterback like Geno, who's not the most mobile. Doing a 6-game check-in just to give you guys an update. It's been a while since we've looked at the stats, but Geno's up to 12 TDs and 4 picks. Completion percentage is a little bit low. Yards per game is looking pretty good. Charbonnet's averaging just 3.7 yards per carry, which is slightly lower than Geno. Geno actually has more rushing touchdowns than Charbonnet, but Charbonnet's been picking it up recently. If you look at his stats, in the last couple of games, he's been looking pretty good. So to start the season off, 10 carries for 6 yards, 11 for 34, 9 for 35, pretty bad. In the last couple of games, though, he's definitely, caught on fire a little bit. 14 for 77, 5.5. 8 for 25, not great. But then 20 for 90, his best performance of the season without a touchdown, though. Looking at the defense real quick, leading in tackles is Bobby, of course, along with Quandre. And then sacks, we are really struggling to get pressure on the QB. This has been a major issue for us. Jerron Reed is leading the team in sacks, and he primarily plays an interior defensive line role. He's built like a defensive tackle. He's 6'3", 300 pounds. Bobby has a sack as well off of a blitz. Jordan Brooks also has a sack off of a blitz, and Mike Morris has half of a sack combined for Jerron Reed. So we're really not getting a lot of pressure coming from our edge rushers. Derek Hall doesn't have a sack. Boye Mafe has a lot of snaps but doesn't have a sack. Darrell Taylor doesn't have a sack. These are players that we expect to be getting pressure on the quarterback. Draymond Jones doesn't have a sack either. Uchenna Nwosu doesn't. Uchenna Nwosu is also injured right now. Leading in interceptions, though, while we're not getting a lot of sacks, we do have a lot of interceptions. Quandre with 3, along with Tariq Woolen. Bobby and Julian Love each have 2. Witherspoon with 1, Mike Jackson with 1, Devin Bush and Darrell Taylor each with 1 as well. And then forced fumbles, we have 3 total. We have 1 for Witherspoon, Bobby, and Jerron Reed. And for defensive touchdowns, we have 2 on the season so far. We have the 1 scoop and score by Mike Morris for a touchdown last game, and then we have 1 from Tariq Woolen. All right, coming out to start the game in cover 3 in base nickel. Nick Chubb is not injured in our league. He is playing. That's going to be the main focus, is trying to stop him. And Devin Bush coming through on the first play. Darrell Taylor gets injured, but Devin Bush stuffing Nick Chubb for a 2-yard loss. We got to hope that we can continue to. There's no chance we're going to hold him to nothing, but at least slow him down a little bit in this game is the goal. And just make things difficult for Deshaun Watson. Playing over the top, underneath, coming down for the tackle is Rayshawn Jenkins, who didn't get a lot of action in our last game. Mike Jackson was eating up a lot of his snaps, but Rayshawn Jenkins is back again for this game. Going to get a lot of PT. He's more of a box safety, like underneath, incomplete, and they're going to have to punt it away. And we also just learned that Darrell Taylor has a torn labrum, so he's going to be out for a significant portion of the season, which isn't the end of the world. Derek Hall can fill in that role along with Boye Mafe, but it is a killer for his development as a player. We were expecting him to have a significant impact this season and also to develop over time. Tyler Lockett takes it down to the 35-yard line, and the offense and Geno, coming off a 4-touchdown, 0-interception game, is coming out onto the field. We're going to see if we can replicate that sort of performance in this game. So far, a very pass-heavy offense this season. Not necessarily what I was planning on with Kenneth Walker hopefully playing, but Charbonnet coming in last week and having 90 rushing yards as well definitely helped the offense out. We're going to start off with a run play, trying to get him going, and gets tackled early. The 2 high safeties, I like the look. I got DK crossing over the middle. Dangerous ball. Oh, really, really dangerous ball. Really should not have thrown that. Got JSN on a post route over the middle. Noah Fant's going to be underneath. We need to pick up a lot of yards for this first down. JSN looks like he could come open. JSN holds onto it, and JSN so good working over the middle of the field. Primarily, you think of him as, being a great, slant route runner, but he's just great at pretty much anything, in between the numbers. Desley holds on to it. No one expecting him to catch a ball. underneath, takes it for another first down pickup. Dissly's great. The reason I like Dissly so much is because he serves as sort of like a tackle tight end hybrid. He's a really good blocker. Really good blocking tight end. And Noah Fant is not, so he kind of counteracts that. And Charbonnet gets some great blocks. Oh, tried to get outside to finish the drive off with a touchdown. See if Lockett can get open here. Looking for Lockett one-on-one, and he gets tipped away. On 2nd and 10, we're going to try to get some yards, give Charbonnet another carry. The only thing I don't love is that that's going to Myles Garrett's side. We're going to switch back to the left. We're going to bring Dissly over, who is the best blocking tight end that we have. And hopefully we can slow down Jadeveon Clowney. We're taking it up the middle. And a great run by Charbonnet, fitting in between the gaps, finding some space. I think he actually cut in a little bit early, but it worked out. Going down at the 3-yard line. We're going to go for a pass play. They got a lot of down linemen. Let's see. Trying to buy some time. Got to throw it away. We were looking for DK to come open on the slant, but they were playing over the middle with the linebacker. We're going to give DK another shot to grab this ball. Actually, this is asking for us to run the football. They got no linebackers over the middle. They got double team over the D tackle, and Charbonnet takes it in for a rushing touchdown to give us a 7-0 lead. And this season's starting to turn around a little bit, I feel like. If you're watching this video, though, let me know what you guys think about the team and the structure of the roster. I want you guys to be in my ear about who you think should be on our team and who we should go for. What a hit by Quandre Diggs. Oh, my God. On Nick Chubb. That was insane. He is down. He looks injured. He's getting up, though. Yeah, I love to hear you guys' opinions on who we should try to add to the team, whether that's through the draft or in free agency. That's my favorite thing about these franchises is building the team itself, being the GM of the team, more so than actually even playing the games, really. Although I do enjoy playing as well and trying to set records. We've been coming out in a man blitz. We're going to come out in cover 3 this play on 3rd and 4, trying to get a stop. And it's play action. We didn't bite on it. Oh, we actually did bite on it. Just enough for Elijah Moore to get open. Julian Love was underneath in coverage. And Deshaun Watson made us pay. And we're coming out in nickel again. We're going to stay in nickel until they show us that they can actually run the ball on us consistently in nickel, which they might try to do on this play. Nope, it's play action again. We're trying to get pressure, and Amari's got a lot of room. Trying to force a fumble. He fumbled it! We tried to go for the strip, and we got it. Rayshawn Jenkins goes out of bounds. Will they call that a fumble on the field, though? It looked like he might have been down. We went for the strip, and I was so surprised that this might actually work out. I think his knee was down. Let's take a look at this again. Usually they overturn these. Yeah, his knee is down before he fumbles. So you can see it on the first replay. Both his knees are about to come down, and then the ball comes loose. Bummer, man. I thought we actually had stripped him for the first time. And so that's going to be a big first down pickup for about 30 yards, I think, to Amari Cooper. They're in overload again. Probably going to be a run. They're going to try to show that they can run on nickel. It's an RPO. We're there with Tariq. A great tackle. We came in to support as well from the inside. Only a 3-yard pickup. We're going to continue to run this defense again until they can show us that they can run against this nickel. Having 3 safeties on the field, I don't mind it. Over the middle, we're on it. They throw it underneath, and Bobby's the one dude on this team that can probably consistently tackle Nick Chubb. Forcing 3rd and 7. We've got to make Deshaun Watson make some plays. And Deshaun Watson on the Texans, he could make some plays. But this Deshaun Watson post, post suspect thing. Oh, incompletion. And it's going to be a field goal attempt. The current Deshaun Watson on the Browns is a little bit rusty from, not playing for a while. So Charbonnet getting his first touchdown of the game. Let's see if we can continue to run the football and pick it up only, I had no yards on that play, I guess. I don't think they're going to bite on this, but DK could come open on the post. They're playing underneath. DK's taking a long time to get there. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I was worried about that a little bit. We held on to it for a really long time. We were waiting way too long for DK to come open on the post. And it gets intercepted on our own 6-yard line because they got pressure. That sucks. I bet they're going to try to run it again. We're coming out in a man blitz with one guy over the middle, playing a little cover 1. I'm pretty sure this is what the base coverage is. And, almost gets intercepted. Great coverage by Julian Love. Playing excellent coverage on Donovan Peoples-Jones. Almost gets the pick 6. Whew. Great play. Come out in cover 3. I don't love this on the goal line. Not on the goal line, but, in the red zone. And it's a run. We knew it was going to come eventually. Bobby with a tackle. And Bobby is that, like, he is the exact perfect linebacker to have on this team to slow down Nick Chubb. The one dude that can be making these tackles consistently and actually bringing Nick Chubb down by himself. We're watching over the middle, and we forced the incompletion. Elijah Moore can't hold on to it. Great coverage by Tariq Woolen, and they're going to have to take another field goal. We got very lucky we held them to a second field goal. All right, starting the second quarter, we're going to hope to eliminate some of those mistakes. And over the... Oh, my God. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah undercut DK Metcalf on the short hitch, and... Yeah, no, I mean, I just jinxed myself by saying we were going to try to cut out mistakes, limit turnovers, come out in base 3-4 against this overload. Yeah, we can run nickel if we want to. We're over. Oh, we're all over it. Nick Chubb can't hold on to it. But some crucial turnovers, man. 2 picks by Geno. Not his fault on the first one necessarily. I mean, really, he should have gotten the ball, gotten rid of the ball a lot faster. Second one, definitely a mistake by him. Playing over there. Oh, trying to undercut it. We can't get the pick. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Good pass by Deshaun Watson. Just barely fitting that ball in. Had to be in the perfect spot to not get picked off. We fully expect on 3rd and 1 they're going to be running this football. We're playing over the middle. And we're getting in. We're trying to get in. Bobby, get the tackle, but he gets the first. 5 carries for 4 yards. We're doing a great job against Nick Chubb when we could not stop an aging Ezekiel Elliott. It just does not make sense sometimes. When you can stop certain players but not others. I guess we're just kind of keying in more on Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb getting some yards. We can't stop him. Well, you know, as soon as I said that, I juked myself again. We can't stop Nick Chubb. He gets into the end zone for a touchdown, and they take the lead. All right, well, they only went for the PAT. They didn't want a touchdown lead, I guess. So we were only down by 6. DJ Dallas on the carry and picks up 1 yard on the play. DK is underneath. Should not be getting any pressure. Because he's in stack, but we're going to send him on a go. And I actually don't love that. We got to throw it away again. We had guys open on the right side of the field, but we were just... after that 220-yard performance, I feel like I'm just staring at DK Metcalf. I mean, that's just what... I mean, it's just like bad offense, man. Just staring at DK, waiting for him to come open, praying that he's going to bail me out. Throwing it over the top to Tyler... another pick. Horribly underthrown. There was pressure coming in. And it's looking really ugly after a really good game last week against the Cardinals. The Browns do have a really good defense, but God, this is ugly. This is so ugly. 3 picks to start the second quarter, basically. Another run by Nick Chubb. No, it's play action, and we bit. And good job. Or we got lucky that Deshaun Watson is insanely inaccurate right now. Can't hit a wide open tight end coming across the field. Bringing a blitz out of zone. Hoping they can get pressure off the right side. It is a pass again. We're on it. Bobby with a pick. He's got room. He's got to beat an offensive lineman. I kind of was worried that he wouldn't be able to. He's got Nick Chubb to beat. Going back inside. Takes it down to the 21-yard line, and Bobby might have just saved this game from becoming completely out of hand. 1st and 10, running the football. Can't risk another turnover. Picking up 3 yards. Charbonnet has been relatively consistent off of 6 carries, picking up nearly 40 yards. And the passing game so far has been incredibly bad. So we're going to rely heavily on the running game and play action to get us going, hopefully. And coming wide open. A great ball coming in from Geno after a couple horrible passes. Getting Tyler Lockett just in the front right corner of the end zone for that touchdown. Perfect ball. Great catch by Tyler under pressure. We got Rayshon Jenkins in the nickel spot right now. Why do we have him in the nickel spot? Because he can come down and be like a 3rd linebacker sometimes when we're in nickel. And Nick Chubb, luckily Devin Bush came off the block, got the tackle. The one thing I do like about our linebacker versatility is that Jordan Brooks and Bobby are more run stoppers, and Devin Bush is better at stopping the pass. So the good thing is that situationally we can play certain linebackers. So normally if we were playing like a heavily passing-focused offense, I would not have Bobby even in right now. But because Nick Chubb is on the field, it's nice to have Jordan Brooks and Bobby on here instead of having Devin Bush. Devin Bush was doing pretty well, but Bobby is perfect for stopping this Browns team, at least running the football-wise. Playing single-back ace. They got 2 tight ends, 1 on each side. Trying to get off the block, and Nick Chubb goes down after a 4-yard pickup. They continue to run the football. Devin Witherspoon over the top. Oh, Nick Chubb actually being a receiving threat this time, being brought down by Julian Love and Tariq Woolen finally. And Bobby coming over and almost getting into a fight with Nick Chubb. Love to see that heart, you know? All right, coming out in gun. Watching over. Oh, good sack this time by Jordan Brooks, coming in and getting pressure. Sorry, I'm not sick anymore, but I still have a little bit of a tough time talking for this long. Playing over the middle and underneath. Can't get there. We do finally get the tackle. John Watson now 10 for 17 for 100 yards. 2 minutes remaining. This is going to go to the 2-minute warning. Coming out in cover 3 again. And, oh, Murray burnt Witherspoon pretty badly there. Played really deep. Actually, it was really more Rayshon Jenkins' job to kind of cover that, and he did a pretty bad job too. We're going to bring a man blitz. Not worried about the pass this close. We can't get beat deep. Worried more about the run. And, well, I mean, you can get beat outside, and that's exactly what happened to Devin Witherspoon, getting killed by the veteran wide receiver Amari Cooper. You know, we can't fault Devin too much about getting burnt by one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. Probably top 15 still. Gets a good blocks on the outside. Charbonnet trying to get back in, picking up 2 yards. Coming out in strong again, hoping that they're going to bite on the run a little bit here. We're going to burn a little bit more clock. But we're looking for this corner out for Tyler Lockett. We're going to bring DK over, actually. Send him on a go. Shift the defense over. And I'm hoping... See, DK. It's not there. I didn't even see the deep safety over the middle for the Browns. Luckily, I was about to throw it to the corner to Tyler Lockett. But yeah, no. Luckily, I didn't throw it to DK because that was probably going to get picked off again. Got DK on the post. Got to hold on to it, and he can't. All right, coming out to start the second half, we started with the ball. We've got to get some consistency in the passing game for Geno. And hopefully this will provide that. DK picking up a couple yards. Now 4 for 13. A really horrible line. Only 50 passing yards in the first half. We have to change that if we're going to win this game. And really what that requires is not taking so many deep shots. JSN underneath picks up the first. And that's what we got to do. We got to run more of a West Coast offense, doing short little passes, just for the time being, trying to pick up just some tiny little yards, build some momentum, get some guys some touches, let them maybe potentially catch the ball and work with it after the play. And we take a sack. We didn't get rid of the ball fast enough. And Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is killing us, already with a sack and an interception. Going to let, on second 23, letting Charbonnet run would basically be ending this drive. We're going to go into play action instead, but we are not going to actually do play action. Like this concept with the corner and the post. And we got... JSN's going to be underthrown. Oh my god, it was almost intercepted. JSN had enough space to get open, but it was an underthrown ball. 3rd and 23, it's looking ugly. You have another corner route. That's not what I'm looking for, though. I'm looking for, potentially with a too high safety look, I'm looking for JSN in the seam. And I don't love it. We got to throw it over the top, one-on-one for DK. See if he can make a play. He does! He comes wide open! And the DB doesn't know. He could not locate the ball. We take it for the touchdown. And sometimes you just got to throw up some garbage and just hope it sticks. And DK rewarded us for just giving him a chance. I mean, mostly that was just the DB, Denzel Ward, losing where the ball was. But, yeah, I'm sure Geno's happy about that one. All right, coming out in 3-4 for a little bit. Seeing if we can force them to pass the ball a little bit more. They have been passing quite a bit. Playing the short out. We're on it. Oh my god. Elijah Moore almost caught that. Good tip by... I don't even know. Was that a tip or was that just an inaccurate pass? I'm not really sure. But we're coming back out in nickel. And we're going to come out in cover 1 playing over the middle. And we get Jordan Brooks in coverage. I'd rather have... Oh, no. That's not good. Oh, good. Thank God Deshaun Watson can't throw a football accurately. All right, coming out in cover 3. We're going to contain on this play just in case Deshaun tries to escape outside. Trying to play on Rayshon Jenkins' side. He typically is struggling in zone coverage. Watching the seam, nothing's there. Watching the short out, and he throws it out of bounds. We were on it. I was hoping we'd be able to get the stop, even if it was an accurate pass. But regardless, they're going to have to punt the ball away. DK getting targeted 6 times already, 2 catches. 81 yards off that one big catch and the 1 touchdown from that catch. And I'm sure the Browns are going to be focusing in more on him. Hopefully the running game opens up, but we get stuffed for a loss of 3. All right. JSN's wide open underneath. Gets a good block from Noah Fant. Picking up a couple yards, making it 3rd and manageable at least. We got JSN on the corner route. We have DK on the go. We also have Noah Fant on. Nothing's really there. Got to throw it up to DK again. Let him try and make a play. There's a flag on the play. Let us get bailed out again, please. Roughing the passer, and we do get a bailout. Another first down pickup. We get an RPO with Noah Fant. And looks like the blocking could hold up here. Fant gets the ball, gets the first down and more. Down to the 24-yard line. And slowly, Gino's stats are starting to look a little bit more... I don't know, not garbage. We're going to run with Charbonnet. Good blocks on the edge, cutting back inside. I really like this slant route here from Lockett. There's no one to stop it unless Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah comes over and helps. One-on-one. Lockett can't hold on to the football. We are again going to run Charbonnet. Let him get a carry. Good blocks. Gets the first down at least. Almost into the end zone. Down at the 1-yard line. Up to 6 yards per carry. Coming up on the goal line. We got Disley in at fullback. And we're going to hope that with this counterplay we can get them... Oh, yep. Oh, the blocking looks good. Dive. Down at the 1 again. Thought we could get in. All right, we're going to try a QB sneak with Gino. Gino is tall enough that this should work. Good shots. And can't get in. All right, we're going to try just a regular dive. If we don't get this, I'm going to be shocked, but we will have to take the field goal. All right, dive over the middle. Charbonnet gets lifted up and thrown down by Myles Garrett. And we have to take the field goal. We could not get 1 yard on 3 straight plays. It's insane. And we make the field goal and take a 4-point lead in the 3rd. All right, we've brought Julian Love back down to play the nickel spot, and we've put Rayshawn Jenkins back more to play deep coverage because it just didn't feel like it was working out. Nick Chubb gets a carry, taking it for 6 yards. Not really using him enough in a close game. You know, down by 4 points. I would feel like they would hammer him. I mean, we did a good job of slowing him down initially, but why not? Oh, and Amari not looking for the ball in time. Be incomplete. Deshaun actually threw an accurate ball on that play, but they couldn't connect. But yeah, I would be hammering Nick Chubb at this point, getting him a lot of touches. They could definitely be running the football against us at nickel. Like underneath, we're all over it. Oh, we got burnt to the outside. Good job by Nick Chubb getting out of bounds. Another run here. We're there with Bobby. Great tackle by Quandre Diggs. They haven't been taking deep shots really all that much. We're there, underneath. All right, start of the 4th quarter. I don't like the cover 2 look. We're going to come out and cover 1. Got Rayshawn Jenkins playing over the top. We got Bobby playing zone as well. And these... Oh, Nick Chubb holds on to it and evades the tackle from Bobby. Picks up the first. I was really worried about the corner routes. I didn't even think they were going to throw it to Nick Chubb, but he held on to the ball, picked up the first, and... Yeah, no, the corner routes were definitely going to come open in man, but they threw it pretty early here. Nick Chubb gets brought down. Julian Love was going to get stiff-armed, but Rayshawn Jenkins came in support and forced a loss of 2. Great tackling by Rayshawn Jenkins. That's exactly why we have him. That's exactly why we got him on the team. He's supposed to fill that Jamal Adams role a little bit. Julian Love trying to get over to the left. He's there. One-on-one. Tariq gets the interception over Elijah Moore. You cannot throw go balls or jump balls with Tariq Woolen there at 6'4" and 98 speed. You just can't do it. And Tariq makes the Browns pay. They should have been more methodical on the drive. Just try to run the football. Only up by 4. We need to just pick up this first down. We need to pick up this 1 first down. We cannot punt out of our own end zone. Colby Parkinson underneath. Holds on to it despite Owusu-Koramoah being right on him. We got DK on a curl. We got Lockett on a curl. I don't see anyone helping. And DK can't hold on to it. The good thing about this score in this game, at least, is that they can't settle for a field goal to tie. They have to score a touchdown to take the lead. But with 5.5 minutes left, they might not need to go for the touchdown. They could just take a field goal at this point and try to get the ball back. Bobby Wagner has been getting in some fights in this game, once with Nick Chubb and now with Donovan Peoples-Jones. We're going to come out and cover 1. And we're watching over the right side. And a little bit of a late coverage change. I think that affected us a little bit. And we need to be like solid in our coverage. We need to know what we're doing beforehand. Quandre Diggs come out and cover 3, playing over the side here. Throwing underneath. Bobby getting the tackle on Njoku. We're number 1 in takeaways. We got 2 today. I did not realize we were that high in takeaways this season. I don't feel like we have that good of a defense. I feel like our defense is mostly takeaway merchants. Like, we're just not that great at playing solid defense. But we force turnovers. We're playing, like, you know, overly aggressive to force a turnover. But, like, are we great at actually stopping them from getting yards? I don't know for sure. Watching over the left side, but on the right, Njoku gets the catch and the first down. Rayshawn Jenkins was there for the tackle, but Njoku was able to fight at least enough for the first down pickup. And now it's basically 1st and goal. And I don't love this. Setting Bobby on a blitz. We're dropping back into coverage with Brooks, and we get the tackle on Chubb. Quandre was there as well for a 5-yard pickup. Chubb looks a little shaken up, but he's probably going to be staying in the game, and he is. We got to worry. Okay, we got to worry about the run, of course. We're going to come out and cover 3. Watching for a halfback screen over the middle. It would be kind of crazy on goal line. And what a throw! Oh my God, what a throw from Deshaun Watson. Running to his right, throwing to his left. And Donovan Peoples-Jones was covered by Rayshawn Jenkins. He was all over him, but he held onto the ball anyways, running to his right. Yeah, that's a Patrick Mahomes-esque throw. And Donovan Peoples-Jones, I can't believe he kept his feet in bounds while getting tackled by Rayshawn Jenkins. Got to get a field goal at least on this drive. Great blocking on the outside. And if we had that burst that Kenneth Walker has, that he might have been gone on that play. 2nd and 6. We got plenty of time, though. If we can come down and score a TD, it would be basically, it would seal the game. On the outside, DK coming back to the ball, holds on to it. I was looking for JSN underneath on the zig, but it wasn't there. Instead, we find DK on the short out. Tyler's been relatively quiet in this game. JSN hasn't done too much either. Let's see, got Noah Fant underneath. Fant holds on to it for a couple more yards, and we no need to rush. Got all 3 of our timeouts. We're cool with letting that clock go down a little bit. Got JSN on an in route. I like Lockett on the curl, or Fant again on the short out. Ooh, dangerous ball, but there is a DPI. And we are going to get bailed out a little bit here. I don't really think that was catchable to begin with. It is what it is. We're going to take it. Could get a lot of yards out of this. Cut it outside and don't get a lot of yards. Pick up 3. I like this stack formation. I just don't see who's getting open on this play. Could be Lockett. Lockett's not there. We get sacked. Both Jadeveon Clowney. Okay. Both Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett came through. Geno looks shaken up. It's going to be 3rd and 17. We're not going to use a timeout yet. We're going to get out of this formation. We're going to go into 4 verts. They're spread out wide. We're hoping. It looks like it's man coverage. We're going to send JSN on a slant. Fant. Oh, oh my God. It was a horrible ball. It was a horrible ball. There's only 30 seconds left now. Lockett could come open, but I also think that JSN could be wide open here with 2 DBs over there. JSN's got to hold on to it, and he can't. Oh my God. We have all 3 timeouts still. There is a chance that we could get the ball back, but we're going to have very little time remaining, and they're definitely going to run the ball with Nick Chubb here. They're, again, in a heavy formation with 3 tight ends on the field. We're here. Nick Chubb goes down. He's our first timeout. Nick Chubb on the carry again. Bobby there for the tackle. Call another timeout. We got 1 left. We'll have about 20 seconds remaining if we can get this last tackle and force 4th down. A horrible game to lose. We're there on Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's got a little bit of a gap. Forced the last timeout. And we force them to 4th and out on the last timeout. All right. Got to get a field goal. Really, we only have like 2 plays that we can get off in time with no timeouts. We're going to have to get out of bounds. And they punted out of bounds, which down to the 22 is not that bad. Only thing is I want to block Charbonnet. We're going to bring him to the right side where Myles Garrett's at. I'm going to let Charles Cross have the one-on-one with Jadeveon Clowney. Okay. I like this. I like on this. He beat his man one-on-one. DK is... Oh, no. There's no timeouts remaining, though. Oh, my God. I thought he was going to get into the end zone. He didn't do it. He made an incredible play. Denzel Ward made the tackle in the last second, though, and the Browns walk off with a W. Oh, my God. I was so excited, and then it was a huge letdown. I mean, DK did everything he could, but... Oh, that's so tough. That's so tough. Geno, 12 for 27. Really bad game by him. 44% completion percentage, 2 TDs, 3 picks. Really, yeah, it was a rough game. Charbonnet, pretty solid. 15 for 68, 4.5, 1 touchdown. Again, DK with a monster performance, 150 receiving yards, touchdown. But looking at the next receiver, JSN only with 30. We're not getting a lot of help from the other receivers. Tyler Lockett with 1 catch for 18 yards and a touchdown. Gets his first touchdown of the season, I guess. Sacks, though. We did get 2 sacks. So we got some more pressure on the QB. Boye Mafe getting a sack. Jordan Brooks getting a sack. And that was Boye Mafe's first sack of the season. Bobby getting an interception. Tariq getting an interception. And then, obviously, we turned the ball over a couple times. Forced fumbles. We didn't have any. And then we didn't have any defensive touchdowns either. Charbonnet gets an upgrade after the game. We're going to upgrade his power back. I just don't really know what he is. I don't know that he's a power back. I don't know that he is... Like, I've seen him truck some people for the Seahawks this season. So I think he might be a power back. But in looking at his stats, he does look like a power back, actually. But he's also, like, kind of a receiving back. A little... No, he's not. He's not a receiving back. I don't know. He's kind of just like a traditional power back. I don't see anything super special about him. That's the tough thing, though. Like, I mean, he has star development at least. I don't know for sure if it's star dev or if it's superstar. We have 1 injury coming after the game. Darrell Taylor with that torn labrum, he's going to miss 4 weeks, which is tough. But again, we're going to fill him in with Derek Hall and with Boye Mafe. But a really tough L to take in Week 8, falling to 3-4, putting ourselves further away from the #1 spot in the NFC West. I'll see you guys, though, in the next video when we play against the Baltimore Ravens. And I appreciate you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.